It's Tuesday. Welcome to the show. Looking forward to having you on board. We've just got the 7 races out at Hollywoodbets Durbanville, and it's great to be back at the country track. Just another reminder about our social media strap. Pop us a message and we'd love to engage with you. All the information is up on your screen as we speak. All right, so we're going to dive straight into it. I've got Darren Burrows and Daryl Marie with me to help us through the 7 races from the Western Cape. And the first race goes off at 12:45. Number 3, Double Grand Slam, 5-2. Number 9, Nile the Boss at 5-2, and it's 9-2 in Better Bar those. We're going to start with Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, tell us a bit about this horse, Nile the Boss. I know that you're very good friends with Adam Marcus, and surely there's got to be some confidence around.
A lot of confidence, Brandon, for Nile the Boss. Her work has been super leading up to the race. The only concern could be the 9 draw. If Keegan can get her in, I think she'll win. Currently 5-2, I think she'll shorten quite a lot in the market. So Nile the Boss to beat Double Grand Slam and confirm that form of her debut. And then Quick Trip could fall minor money.
Yeah, there's 1 or 2 in here that we need to respect and watch out for, because Daryl Marie will refresh my memory. But I think the comments first time out about number 3, Double Grand Slam, if memory serves me correct, Daryl, they said 1 to follow in the future.
Yes. She was far from disgraced, Brandon. She put on up an encouraging debut. You can see there's only a length and 3/4 or a length and a quarter separating herself and Nile the Boss. With a switch in the draws, because they do jump around the bend over here, would I be surprised to see her reverse the form? I wouldn't. But I've just gone 2 of them because it is the first leg of the bar pot, so I'll put them both in, the 3 and the 9 and the PA. There's 0 from 4 winners from that form line, Brandon, but there was a filly that got beaten 10 lengths in that very same race who came out and ran second in her next start. So with the racing experience, I'm expecting them to at least run into the bar pots.
Okay, yeah, it is just a reminder, being a 7-race program, it does kick off the bar pot and the PA. So both exotics get underway in race number 1. Let's go and see what we're doing in terms of selections. We'll start with the bar pot. The bar pot up on your screen. Daryl Marie's gone 3 and 9 in leg 1. Second leg 5 and 7, by 3, 11, 12, by 1, 2, 3 and 5, by 3, 4 and 5, by 2, 4 and 5, and the spend is 432 Rand. Let's have a look at the place accumulator. The PA also starts in race number 1. You need to make sure that you're on at 12:45. 3 and 9 for Daryl Marie in the first leg, by Banker 5, by 3, 11, 12, by 2 and 3, by 3, 4 and 5, by 2, 4 and 5, by 1, 2 and 3, and that's going to cost you 324 Rand. All right, so let's move along. Let's have a look at race number 2 on the cards. I want to call up that market first just to see who the favorite is and where the money is. I see Zoomies at 12-10 for race number 2. That's number 7. 11 Snow Pilot 3-1. The 5 Mojo Man's at 9-2, and it's 14-1 and Better Bar those. All right, so we're going to go to Darren Burrows first. Darren, this was Zoomie. I think has met a very smart type both times, unfortunately. I think that horse Outlaw King is way above average. Looking to set the record straight this afternoon.
Yes, I think he'll get it right. You know, he does look the right horse in the race. On collateral form with Mojo Man, he did beat Mojo Man on that Outlaw King start by a length and a quarter. Then again, Mojo Man was making his debut, so I don't think there will be too much separating them. And then the interesting runner could be Snow Pilot. There was a lot of talk for this horse on debut. He seemed a bit outpaced and he stayed on very late. Now he will improve over the 12.50.
Yeah, I think Zoomie's going to take a power beating. That's just from my side, and we'll chat to Daryl Marie now to see what he thinks. Just quickly off the bat, that horse Outlaw King, way above average, and hopefully we'll see him in Durban.
Yeah, he looks very nice. Hopefully he can train on. Yeah, Zumi and Mojo Man. Obviously, Mojo Man, Darren touched on the fact that he was making his debut on that occasion and Zumi had a run. Also, Mojo Man was beaten for speed last time out. Brendan, I don't know if you recall the race. Different tactics with that winner, Jewel Cat. Different tactics. He was pushed forward last time out. I thought Mojo Man was beaten for speed. Now he goes the 12.50. So I don't think there'll be much separating the two of them. I'm happy with the two of them. I'm actually going 5 from 7. And we saw that form line being franked, obviously. I mean, Zumi came out and ran second, and the winner won that Bloodstock Sales race. So I think either or, you can take your pick.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to dive into the replay. We're going to have a look at the replay of that run. Let's go and see what the guys have picked up over here. You'll notice now that Mojo Man's just about to pick it up. Got the big sheepskin noseband, still going nicely at this stage. You've got Outlaw King just about to work into the race with Keegan DeMello. And then Zumi, the blue sleeves and red cap, still about 3 or 4 lengths off them as they come off that false rail. So Mojo Man's now picked it up. I'd say just got its head in front, but he has Outlaw King starting to let down with a massive finish, and off goes Outlaw King, and Zumi doing its best work at the finish. So Outlaw King has now picked it up. Mojo Man, you can see in second, and Zumi's going to come and claim that one late in the day. So that's the replay, and certainly I think Zumi going to take a bit of beating when it comes to this particular race number 2 at Hollywood Bets Durbanville. All right, so we're going to have a look at the pick 6 quickly. Darren Burrows, he's gone 5, 7 and 11 in the first leg, so he's not prepared to banker the short price favourite number 7 Zumi. He's gone 5, 7 and 11 by 1, 3, 11, 12 and 13, by 3, 5 and 6, by 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8, by field, by banker 12 at the back, and that's going to cost 3,375 rand. Let's move along. Let's go to race number 3 in a very open race. Imagine the guys have gone wide in the exotics over here. I want to call up the market. Mighty Mac is your favorite at about 28 to 10. That's number 3. 11 Run For Me is at 9 to 2. The 12 Aspect at 5 to 1 and at 7 to 1 and better bar those. We'll start with Darren. Darren, Mighty Mac last time out, I thought had every chance to go on and win the race. What do you make of this one's chances today?
Well, there's not much between Mighty Mac, Run For Me, and Aspect. If you look at that last start behind Katsu, there was half a length separating all 3 of them. I can say that the eye-catching effort came from Run For Me down the inside of the track. He didn't have much room, and he got through late. I thought definitely going to improve over the 14, Richard Fourie in the saddle again. I think Run For Me is the right horse in the race. And then you got to include Mighty Mac, Aspect, and the Adam Marcus runner with Keegan DeMello, Oliver. I think this horse is going to improve a lot.
Okay, so there we go. We need to include Oliver as well. Like I say, Darren's obviously good friends with Adam Marcus, and he'll try and give us all the information that we need. Daryl, we'll have a look at that replay just so that the viewers can see what happened. But I was of the opinion that if Mighty Mac was good enough, would have gone on to win from that position. 28 to 10, I think we'll drift race time.
Yeah, Brandon, he's put in 3 solid efforts to date. He now steps up in trip. He travelled extremely well on that occasion. We're going to show the viewers the race. He had every opportunity and go put the race to bed, but that wasn't the case. But maybe he's looking for further. They all 3 now get stepped up. You can see Run For Me has been over the course and distance in the past. He ran second, I think, behind William Rufus. He did catch the eye last time out. But himself and Mighty Mac are 2.5 kilograms better off with Aspect, who's not out of it himself. He's improved since being gelded. So I've played the safe route, all 3 of them, 3, 11 and 12.
Yeah, we got to go a little bit deeper in this particular race. Like I say, there's obviously 1 or 2 horses that are lurking to try and open that door as well. It's a very trappy race. Let's go and look at this replay just to see what the guys have picked up over here. So we're going to roll it from about the 700. You can see Mighty Mac is in the middle of the track. That's got the red cap, just about to move into contention on the far left-hand side. That's Aspect. And then Run For Me is trying to punch through on the inside with the red sleeves and the white cap. At this stage, it looked like Mighty Mac was going to go on and win. The eventual winners now cruised up on the outside of that one, and they went into a ding-dong tussle that last bit. And you would have noticed the work rider was very happy with that performance. On the left-hand side, Aspect just about to move into the race and also staying on nicely. On the far right-hand side is Run For Me. So 3 horses that are certainly going to be right there. There's nothing in it as they head up into the line, and there's probably a half a length separating those horses, and that's why we need to include all 3 into the play. All right, so Daryl Marie's gone with a jackpot over here. He's gone 3, 11, 12 by 1, 2, 3 and 5, by 3, 4 and 5, by 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 and 15, and that's going to cost you 252 rand. Let's move along. Let's go to race number 4. This time we are over 2,000 meters, and the 5 Zippy overs 18 to 10. 3 Supreme Dreams at 3 to 1. The 2 Soft Touch at 11 to 2, and at 7 to 1 in Better Bar those. All right, so we're going to go to Darren first on the line. Darren, are you going to make it a straight match race, Zippy over and Supreme Dream?
It is between those two runners. Zippy Over always gave me the impression she's looking for 2,000 meters plus. And you know, they stepped her up to the 18 last time out. And she ran a cracker behind Sarki, who's a decent filly. I think this filly will take a lot of beating. I have got respect for the maiden in the race, Supreme Dream. The pace wasn't run to suit her last time out, and she was staying on strongly. On that penultimate start, Supreme Dream actually beat Estimated a couple of lengths, and Estimated came out to win next time out. She's the best of the rest.
All right, so maybe a match race between the 2 horses. Let's go to Daryl Marie and see what he likes. Zippy Over or Supreme Dream?
Yeah, I prefer Supreme Dream. You know, I've liked this filly. I think she's been stepped up to the right trip now because she has been staying on in her races. So I think the 2,000 is going to be suitable. Zippy Over, I think, is too short in the market. So I'm playing against her just because of her current odds. I'm not discounting the chances of number 2, Soft Touch. You know, she was well exposed last time out, a long way from home. I think with a little bit of cover, she could possibly reverse that form. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. And then Poitre Moi, number 1, Brandon. If you told me 6 months ago that she's going to be down to a 72, I would have said you're smoking something. She really has let the side down. I've expected much more from her. But, you know, now that she's gained the extra, I think she's a lovely big striding filly. If she gets to the front and settles, this filly could be the sneaky in the pack. But I think Supreme Dream, the filly to beat.
Daryl's been for Supreme Dream a couple of times, and let's hope, I think it's 3rd time lucky after finding 1 or 2 hard luck stories in the past. Let's hope that Supreme Dream can get it right. Let's see what we're doing in terms of selections. It's up on your screen at the moment. The start of Jackpot 2, and Darren Burrows has gone 3, 5 and 6 in leg 1. Second leg 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8 by field by 11 and 12, and that's only going to cost you 450 Rand. All right, so we're on to race number 5. It is over 2,000 meters. We're going to jump straight into it. Number 3, Virginia Sweet, 2 to 1. 5 doubling up has gone 28 to 10. The 4 Elegant Nobles at 5 to 1, and at 7 to 1 in Better Bar those. Just another reminder about that social media. The strap up on your screen, and all the information you need is there for you to jot down. Pop us a message, and let's see if we can get you a few winners. We'd love to improve the product as well. All right, we're going to go to Darren Burrows first. Darren, give us the lowdown over here. Virginia Sweet, obviously chatting to the guys off air. They do seem to think that the conditions favour Virginia Sweet in a race of this nature.
One of the leading lights, Brandon. Virginia Sweet now, she is a half sister to Do It Again. And, you know, they dropped her in triple a couple of times to the 1,400, and you could see it was too short. Last time out, the 2,000 meters against the Colts was a fair effort. The interesting runner for me is Doubling Up. Now, this horse on pedigree, he's going to love the step up to 2,000 meters, and we could start seeing the best of him. Of the rest, Elegant Noble and Coronation Time have to go in.
Yeah, Doubling Up. When he goes over ground, he'll always be a serious runner. We're going to go and chat to Daryl Marie and see what he likes over here. Virginia Sweet, you were telling me conditions favour her.
Yeah, she's slung in over here. 4 kgs best in, but I don't think it's as cut and dry as what the weight suggests, Brandon. She does get the trip. Last time out, she got the 2,000 in the soft, so I respect her because she is extremely well weighted. But she is taking on the likes of 2 improving young 3-year-olds in Elegant Noble and Doubling Up. Now, Doubling Up, I'll be the first to admit I've expected more from him, but I don't believe the penny's quite dropped yet. And this half-brother to Bulgarian is now been stepped up in distance. Last time out, the top 2 in that race got away, and he was never in contention. He's much better than that. And then Elegant Noble, I like the way he's going about things. He is held by Doubling Up, but that was in his second start. So I can see the race being run to suit him, with Machete Man going out to the front. If he can slot in second, he could go back to back.
Okay, so there we go. We've heard it from the professionals, Daryl Marie and Darren Burrows. Let's see what we're doing in terms of selections. The exacta boxes where we're going: 3, 4, and 5. Virginia Sweet, the 4 Elegant Noble, and the 5 doubling up, and that's going to cost you R6. The penultimate race, race number 6, a wide open contest. You need to be on by 15:45. 3-1 favourite, number 8, Fly to Rio. 6, Veronique's at 9-2, and it's 6-1 and better bar those. We'll start with Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, what can you tell us about this race? I think you can run it 5 times over and you'll get a different result each time.
Definitely. That's how I felt about this race, and that's the reason I put the field, including the reserve runner. Because if the reserve runner, Lucy the Pink, does get a run, then she's a definite runner. The other Indian runners, Veronique and Fly to Rio, they never far off the action. The Agent Muse, I was impressed with her. Maiden Victory. Keegan DeMello takes the ride. The step up in trip's going to be ideal. So I made it very difficult. I'm hoping for a result for the exotics.
All right, so field sort of race for Darren Burrows. Let's go and ask Daryl Marie what he likes. In any order, is there anything you like over here, Daryl?
I'm not too sure, Brendan. This is tricky. The Agent's Muse, now we know she's related to Rascallion, and she wasn't delivering anything on the racecourse, and they put her away. And you can see in each and every start since that race, she's improving. So she's certainly going about things in the right manner now. She's got that pace to get into a good striking position. The stable companion, number 4, Costa Smeralda. 2,000 meters last time out. I don't think she quite saw it out. Probably freshened up a bit. She'll race fresh, and I'm expecting major improvement from her. You can see she has run well at this track before. I like the look of number 2 over here, Senora Victoria. Her 2 runs since returning from that short break have really been encouraging, and I think with a lot in her favour from a neat draw, Sharapova won from that form line, if I'm not mistaken. She could be right there. You can see in her past form line, she's competed against the likes of Meta, Silver Lynx, Love is a Rose. They've gone on. There's no reason why she can't do the same.
Okay, very open race. I don't think we're going to get too much confidence about any horse over here. You probably do need to go field at the end of the day in your exotics. So let's see what the guys have done in terms of selections. Darren Burrows, I see taking a double field, so hoping for a big result. That being leg 1, which will be race number 6, and then into the last leg, that'll be race number 7. He's gone with a 12. 15 Rand, that will be the spend. So field into 12 at the back, and that's going to cost you 15 Rand. Race number 7 will be the last race this afternoon to complete our Tuesday racing. Let's have a look at the market quickly. Very open. It's over 1250 meters. So we're around the bend, and 7 Fort Reds at 4-1, the 12 Veldskuns at 4-1, 1 Poltergeist at 9-2, and it's 5-1 and better bar those. Let's go to Darren Burrows first. Darren, just having a look at your double a bit earlier on in the day. You like a bit of Veldskun over here?
Brandon, I do. Not too confident, but I do make him a big runner here. Last time out, I don't know what happened to him. There was no reports or anything. He shortened into 13-10. He went handy, and he found no finish. On his penultimate start, I thought an unlucky loser, and his first run back after a year off, he won. He's only had the 4 starts. I know he's drawn a bit deep out at 12, but he has pace, and he could overcome the draw into a handy position, and I'm hoping that he bounces back to best because he is a decent sort.
All right, so the 12 for Darren Burrows, that's at about 4-1 in the markets, hoping that he can put that disappointing run behind him. Let's go and see what Daryl Marie likes in the last. It's the lucky last. There's value to be had. Is there anything we're going to have an each-way dip on?
My each-way play could possibly be number 3, Superior Leader. You can see he has one of the course and distance. Blinkers are off, ratings down, 2.5 kilograms better off with YAG. And he gets that favorable draw position, whereas YAG's going to be probably given a chance from a wide draw. Brandon, number 1 and 2, Poltergeist and Paper Trail. You can see course and distance specialist. Poltergeist has won both over this track and trip. Richard Free from a 1 draw, plenty in his favor. He's going to improve. Papatrol, he's got the pace. You can see since he's been fitted with the blinkers, he's gone forward on both occasions. Have a look at his course and distance form. I think he's had 3 starts for, 2 wins and a third. So I never missed the money. And then Superior Warrior, leader, who I think should at least run into the money. So I see this race a bit differently to Darren. I think 1, 2, and 3, Nice Laws swinger boxed.
Yeah, very open race to wrap up racing. You need a bit of luck. There's no doubt that you need a bit of luck at Hollywood Bets Durbanville. Let's see what we're doing in terms of selections. It's up on your screen at the moment. Veldskrin's going to be the win play for Darren Burrows, and that's trading at about 4-1. All right, thanks to everybody. Thanks to you as the punter. We'll chat again soon. Hit them hard. Love to the family. Enjoy it. And let's hope that the rest of the week will be good for you.